What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're gonna talk about how to get a small waist, how to make your waist look smaller. How to get a smaller waist. That's the whole point of this video. Today I should have trained quads, but I'm gonna skip that because I had a hamstring injury on Thursday. So yeah, I'm waiting for my appointment with my physical therapist, which is tomorrow. I'm gonna wait until he gives me some guidance on if can I train, should I train. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip legs until tomorrow, and yeah, after tomorrow I will know everything. Okay, so let's get into this training session. I mean, today is a rest day. I just came to the gym to film a video for you guys, do some abs, and provide some value as always. Okay, first we're gonna talk about ab training, and then later on we're gonna talk about how to get a smaller waist. How to get that Chris Bumstead waist. Okay, ab training, pretty simple, guys. I think you should focus mostly on your lower abs because most of the people, if they lack somewhere in their ab development, they lack in their lower abs. You will never see a guy with a thick bottom abs and uh, not developed upper abs. Everyone always has thick upper abs and no lower abs or underdeveloped lower abs. So yeah, I think you should mostly focus on the lower abs. You're gonna train them and target them with some leg raises. Simple. You don't need to use any weight. I like to train them, higher reps. Every training session, every other day or every day, 3 to 4 sets, 10 to 20 reps, and yeah, that's including bottom abs and top abs. It doesn't matter which ab. I'm training it the same. Higher reps and higher frequency. Okay, let's get into this one. Leg raises for the lower abs. What you want to do here is don't be straight upright. Try to curl your upper body a little bit and then just pull your legs up, and I think that way you will feel most of the tension on your lower abs. Before when I used to be straight up and just do leg raises, I felt mostly my hip flexors and obliques working, and that's not good. If you build up your obliques, it will make you will get a thicker waist. Your waist will look bigger, and we don't want that in bodybuilding. It's all about that small waist. So crunch your or tilt your upper body just a little bit, curl in and just do some leg raises, man. That's it. I'm gonna do 4 sets here, 10 to 20 reps, body weight, and that's it for this one. Whew. As you can see, I'm not straight up. I curl in a little bit and boom. Okay. Whew. You might see me do like a smaller range of motion because I don't want to, use too much momentum and push my legs up too fast because I'm afraid of my hamstring. I'm afraid of that injury. So yeah, I'm doing everything, partially, you could say, today, and very carefully. So yeah, we're done with leg raises. 4 sets done. 15 to 20 reps, 10 to 20, somewhere in that range. I won't do any ab crunches today for the upper abs because every single movement, I have to either, put some tension on my tension on my legs. So on a bench, I need to hook myself with my legs, and I don't want to do that. And same thing if I do cable crunches, I'm still sitting, kneeling on my legs. That's also some pressure on the hamstring. So yeah, I'm just gonna avoid that today. We're done with the leg raises movement. Now let's go talk about how to get a smaller waist and what exercises should you do for a smaller waist. Okay, don't mind my slow movements today. I'm very cautious and careful how I stand up, how I sit down, so I don't put any tension on my left leg, you know, where I had an injury. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm moving like a grandpa today. Okay, now we're gonna talk about, guys, how to get a smaller waist. But before we do that, let me just say one more thing about those ab crunches. When you're doing ab crunches, what you want to think about how to get a maximum contraction when you're doing an ab crunch. You know, when you were a kid and you saw a worm outside, you know, and if you touch a worm or step on it, he curls up, you know. Okay, this is a worm, and when you touch him or something, he just curls up. That's what you want to think about when you're training your abs. You want to curl up. So you want to think about like you're trying to curl up, so you connect your upper body to your lower body. And you know, that way I think you will feel a lot of tension in your abs. So yeah, try training your abs with that cue in your mind, and I think that will help you. Same thing I did with leg raises, you know. I curled my upper body and I'm pulling my lower body up, so I, you know, curl my whole body. Yeah, that's honestly like the best way of putting it, you know. Okay, now how to get a smaller waist. Smaller waist is, well, first of all, you gotta look at your food, you know, what you're eating. You can't eat foods that bloat you, you know. So if you eat something and your gut sticks out, avoid that food, man, because if your gut is sticking out, it's pushing your whole abdominal wall out, and you know, after years and years and months, whatever, you know, you will get a thicker waist, you know, bigger. You will develop a bigger waist just because you didn't control your stomach. Same thing. Don't when you breathe in and breathe out, you know, don't breathe through your gut. You know, don't let your gut distend too much. Always try to stand upright, you know, sit upright, and always try to breathe through your chest or through, how is this called? Die something. I don't know what's the right word, but yeah. Try to breathe through that. Just don't breathe through your gut, so your gut doesn't, you know, extend all the time. That's how people develop, you know, big guts, by not controlling how they breathe and by eating foods that inflame them and that bloat them. Okay. Next, you don't have only abs, like these are not the only abs you have. You also have abdominals inside your gut, you know. So from the inside, you don't only have abdominals outside, you have them inside. How you train those abdominals is with vacuums. I will get into that later. And you train them with planks. Simple plank. You get into a plank position, do that for, you know, 3 or 4 sets, hold that for 30 to 60 seconds, and that's your something, I don't know what's it called, but you know, your inner abs, let's just call them like that. That will train your inner abs, and when your inner abs are strong, you know, that will also help you control your waist, not let your waist get, you know, too wide, not let your stomach get too wide when you eat a lot of food and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one way. Now let's get into a plank and do a couple of sets of that. Okay. Now you get into a plank and you just hold this for 30 to 60 seconds, 3 to 4 sets, and we are done. Okay. Okay, planks are done. I did 3 sets of 1 minute, and I think that's enough. I haven't done them in a while, and I need to get back to it, you know. Improvements are made in the off season, guys, when it comes to muscle building, you know, waist training, ab training. So yeah, don't neglect ab training in the off season. I have been slacking for the past month on it, but I'm getting back into it. So yeah, no more slacking. Let me just go quickly over what I was saying, you know, when I before about breathing through your belly. I think you can. Okay, wait. Let me pull my shirt up. Breathing through your belly and letting your belly descend, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. People breathe in and breathe out through their belly, and it's always sticking out like this. And they walk around the whole day like this. That way, that's the best way to get a thicker waist and bigger waist if you want to do that. So never let your, belly hang loose. Always keep it in tight and breathe through your something on D. I don't know what's the word that sits right here that people breathe through that. So yeah, try to breathe through that or through your upper chest or through your chest. So your waist, so your belly, stomach, from the side looks like this, the whole time. Don't let it hang loose, ever. When you're sitting, when you're standing, never ever throughout the day let it hang. Always be conscious about that. Always try to keep your waist pulled in, and trust me, that will help you a lot, especially, if you're trying to get big, classic guys are huge. Men's physique guys are also huge, but if you're an open bodybuilder, that's when you need to look out for this, the most, because they're eating more food than anyone else, and yeah, when you're eating a lot of food, your stomach will tend to distend, so watch out for that. Okay, now let's go through vacuums. What are vacuums? How to do vacuums? How often should you do them? And so on and so forth. Vacuums are simply an exercise that train your inner abs. How you perform them, you breathe almost all of your air out, let's say 90%, and then you pull your stomach in and try to hold that for as long as you can. This is a beginner's way of doing it. Sometimes if you're a beginner, you won't be able to pull your stomach in, not even by an inch, but over time you get better and better, and you will pull your vacuum in more and more. For example, if you watch bodybuilding and you watch classic physique, you can see that Ramon Dino can pull a good vacuum as Chris Bumstead. I think Chris has been doing it more often, and that's why he's able to pull it off. And Ramon Dino, he also can pull a vacuum, but it's not that deep. And if you want to get that deep vacuum, you need to practice it a lot more. Okay, so how do you do that? You blow all your air out, and then you suck your stomach in, so you try to glue your stomach to the spine. That's what you should think about. And you hold that. Right now, it's the off season. I have a lot of food in me, so I can pull a deep vacuum. That's why I would always recommend to try and do that in the morning, early in the morning on a fasted stomach. That's the before your first meal. That's best time of the day to do it, and that's how you get started. Try to do it for 3 to 4 sets, hold it for as long as possible, and then build it up, all up to 10 sets. And do that throughout your whole career. Prep, off season, 10 sets in the morning on a flat stomach. Blow all your air out, pull your stomach in, and try to hold it for as long as possible. If you can hold it for 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 10, 15, 20, 20 is I think 20 is good, because you won't stand longer than 20 seconds in a pose on stage. So yeah, I think 20 seconds, if you can do that, you're king. You're really good at it. So yeah, try to top it off at 20 seconds of vacuums, 10 sets, and that's it. As you progress, a lot of people, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, in the beginning, you pull your vacuum in, and then after that, you just blow your air out, and your stomach is sticking out, and you don't want to do that on stage. So as you get better and better with vacuums, try pulling in your vacuum. So pull in your vacuum, and when you exhale, try to flexing your abs and do shallow breathing, so you catch your breath. Just flex your abs, hold them for 10 to 15 seconds, go slow, shallow breaths, and after that, pull another vacuum. Try doing that for 10 sets, and I bet you your waist will get smaller. I saw that from Roman Fritz, he's an open IFBB pro, and from John Jewett. They both said they started doing this, and they lost like a couple of inches of their waist. So yeah, this is not bro science, this works, you know. I mean, if top IFBB pros say that this helped them a lot, and both of them, you know, had, you know, they didn't have huge. I mean, John Jewett had a huge stomach because he was a power lifter before, and you know, his stomach was always his weakness on stage. But this year, when he was on stage, you could see the major improvements that the vacuums have made. You know, so yeah, blow all your air out, pull it in. When you can't hold the vacuum anymore, go into a flex position of the abs, hold that, you know, shallow breaths, pull the vacuum in again, 10 sets early in the morning fasted, and that's how you get a tight waist. That is it when it comes to how to get a smaller waist. One thing I forgot to mention, never ever train your obliques. These are these muscles. So any tilting, you know, from side to side, you know, those kettlebell swings from side to side, any rotational movement with your upper body, with weights, with without weights, body weight, no, don't do that. That's not good at all. I mean, that's not good for bodybuilding because you will develop bigger obliques and your obliques will make your waist look bigger. So try to avoid that. Never do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're into some other sports, do that. You know, I think that will help you with your core stability and everything. But if your goal is bodybuilding and if you want that small waist, you know, that illusion of an X frame in your physique, never do those. Never train your obliques. That is it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Rest day today, tomorrow also rest day. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will catch you all guys tomorrow or the day after. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you learned something. Thank you for watching. I'm out, guys. Peace.